make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless, but look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon, cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, never get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest, so for real nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's time for me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowd, they already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity, you suck, don't make ways for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, that's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. We got involved with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution, around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous and that y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's time for me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowd, they already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity, you suck, don't make ways for
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wildcard Sunday, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wildcard Weekend here on EA Sports. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Set.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 series. Ready.
Now Lance. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year.
Okay,
he's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
First down, here's Mitchell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're throwing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw, it's Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he won't get close. Over the yard, 4th and 3. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Cowboys will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down and a yard.
13X.
Throwing now is Gino. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Smith. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno down to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 42. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Geno. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. still on his feet. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now he dumps this off over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Smith. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Throwing again is Smith. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks always tell the ball boy, get that.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 43 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 13-7. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On play action, Lance. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On the ball.
good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Yes, real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Lance. He's letting it fly for Cooks. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Muscles him off. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the hook down.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens.
It's caught inside the 25.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Smith now to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Myers' kick is good. And that will put the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
On the double.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Gino on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith, flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing is Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flushed out right. And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Play action. It's Smith. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Ready? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ready up.
2nd down and 8. An option give now to Mitchell. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. Hey, trio left.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Smith. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Walker hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Tackled that time by Derek Hall.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Lance on the option left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Lance. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A 37-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
According to me, rail. Yellow, zoom. Smith, red. Hurry, hurry.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's Lance to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Down.
Lance now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Lamb in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5. Here's Lance. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, 29 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
3rd and 2, Smith. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield. So they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one to the post.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. desperation time here. Lance. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Middle.
Gino now to throw. Got a man, it's Mayer. Touchdown! Michael Mayer, 32 yards. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, cool.
Off of play action, here's Lance. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here we go.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Tolbert. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. Smith going to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Big strides. Look at him go. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty.
Check 58.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Charbonnet will take this into the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said...
He's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. Luke Schoonmaker, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
53.
They'll try for the first with Walker. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.